Top of the morning. Okay, today we're going to talk about the crowd that you hang around with. When I came through the ranks, I always hung around with nothing but the older pimps because I knew that hanging around them and watching them, I knew that that's where my knowledge was going to come from. I came, before I even got started in the game, I had a couple of partners, we used to do what we had to do to get money. We used to be some robbing niggas. And then from the robbing, I recognized that being a pimp was way more suited for me. But that's another story. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying that to say, you coming through the ranks, man, you done been in this game 3, 4, 5 years. You ain't got over that little first hump yet. Getting over that first hump is putting in 5 years. Getting over that second hump is putting in like 10 years. Getting over that third hump is putting in like 15 years. But we're going to talk about from 3 years to 10 years right now. Because any pimp that's down in the game over 10 years, I know he think that he don't need to know nothing. I know he think he know everything. But I'm going to say this to you pimps out there. I was in the game for over 25 years. And I thought I learned it all. But I still learned a few other things, if you get my drift. Game don't never stop. Game is knowledge. Game is knowledge about life. Game is knowledge about you. Game is knowledge about anybody that's involved in the life that chose you. Because the only way you're going to be successful in this pimping game is if the life chose you. Choosing the life is like a square being on a job. He got a couple of girlfriends, and then one day he say, I'm going to be a pimp. And he don't know nothing about the game. He ain't got no mentor. He just been hearing and watching pimps. And now he think he can be one. Well, let me tell you one thing, man. The chance of that working, man, is 1 in a million. So forget that and keep that 9 to 5 you got. I want to talk about, people that you hang around. It's so many young pimps that's on that track right now, along with the seasoned pimps. And to me, when I call you a seasoned pimp, you've been down more than 10 years. You've been in the struggle. You've been on the front line. You've been paying your dues past 10 years. 10 years is a long time out your life to be in the game, living out the pussy. So if you've been doing it for 10 years or better, that means that you've been pimping. You've been handling your business because you still here. You still got your hoes. You still making move. You still progressing. You still growing. And it's a whole lot growing once you get past 10 years in this game. The first 10 is a motherfucker. The first 10 is hell. You got to be a pimping motherfucker to get 10 years in this game because so much shit can happen. So much shit can happen in 10 years in this game. And if you've been in this game only 3 years, then you already know what I'm talking about. But maybe you ain't been in here long. Maybe you ain't been in the game long enough. Maybe you ain't paid enough dues. When you get to 5 years, you didn't pay the few dues, but you still ain't paid enough dues. You will not be successful in this game until you pay some dues. You will not be successful in this game until you make some sacrifices. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. Friends, loved ones, family. Because this game takes it all from you. You got to give it your all. You got to give it 100%. Who you hang around reflects on the character of who you are. Who you hang around can determine your growth. Who you hang around can determine if you're going to have a future in this shit. Because they got some young pimps in this game, man, that these niggas ain't going to last 5 years at all because they got so much bullshit with them. They either talking too much shit about what they know. They either always trying to start an argument. They just always the oddball motherfucker in the group. They just always a nigga that ain't never satisfied and is always talking shit. Then the kind of niggas that you do not want to hang around. In order to grow in this game, you need to hang around somebody that's got just as much game as you, that's on your level, or you need to hang around somebody that's got more game than you and they've been in the game longer than you. Somebody that you can learn from. If you don't have a mentor that's schooling you, excuse me. Oh, y'all do have somebody schooling y'all because y'all fucking with these game pieces. Oh, when you pimps listen to this to these game pieces, y'all exempt because you can believe one thing. You out there on that track, I don't care who the biggest pimp is out there. Believe this right here. This game that Tay giving you, he probably ain't even got. Because if he do have it, he ain't going to give it to you. See, a pimp, we feel all the feedback and the slack from the doggone streets. We get all the hell like gets sprinkled on us. Because don't nobody like us. Because we a motherfucker. You got a motherfucker that love his wife, a square motherfucker. He love this bitch, man. Man, if he find out, man, that anybody been up in that pussy, he gonna kill for that shit. But a pimp, he ain't got to worry. Because his bitch, ain't nobody getting that pussy for free. So pimping ain't got to worry about that. Plus pimping got a whole different kind of love for his hoe than a square do. Now they got some slick squares. They can catch bitches good. Some of y'all can catch bitches good, you squares. You can't pimp on them, but you can catch good. You know, sharp dressing pretty boy kind of niggas that bitches like. But you can't pimp on no bitch because you can't control them. You don't have the mind to control. You got the mind to catch, but you ain't got the mind to control. I ain't even talking to y'all. Let's get back to talking to these pimps. Say, pimping, whoever you hang around, make sure that it's beneficial to you. Make sure that whoever this pimp is that you call your friend or your comrade, man, make sure that he your friend. Is he really your friend? Can you tell him your deep, dark secrets? See, being a pimp is a lonely motherfucking world. Sure, it's fun. It's exciting. It's glamorous, but we got to make it like that. Ain't nothing given to you in this game. Ain't no other pimp gonna be your hope to die friend. If you find 3 pimps that's your hope to die friend that will jump in front of the bullet for you, that'll split their last with you, that's going to keep all your secrets to themselves. They ain't going to tell your business, and you not going to tell theirs. If you got 3 pimps like that, then you in Wonderland. Because 3 pimps like that ain't going to exist. You might find 2. Matter of fact, I had 3 real pimp partners. Real down-to-earth pimp partners. I'm talking about if I had a problem, say, man, man, I got a problem, man, with this nigga, man. These couple of these niggas, man, out on this track, man, fucking with these hoes, man, putting their hands on bitches, man, grabbing that bitch's purses, man. Say, man, I need y'all, man. I need y'all with me, man. I got to go handle these niggas, man. Because if we don't handle them, they fuck what they doing with my bitch, they going to do the same thing with your bitch. So we got to cut this shit off at the head. Getting off the subject, but what I need you pimps to do nowadays, man, I need y'all to bring back that camaraderie, man, that we had, man, coming through my era, man. Listen, man, if a group of niggas was on the track at night fucking with hoes, we don't mind they fucking with hoes. That's cool. But when they cross that line, touching bitches and chasing bitches all across the street and following bitches all up and down the street, fucking with a pimp's money. We have so much camaraderie among the pimps in Hollywood that you better not come to Hollywood with that bullshit. Because what we had, we call the round table meetings. The real pimping niggas, man, it would be like, first it started off, it was like maybe like 10 of us there sitting at this round table that we call the round table. Then it got to be 20. Then it got to be about 25. Then it got to be 30. We all meet up, go rent a room somewhere, Holiday Inn, somewhere fly, where pimps is safe. We all meet up in that room. Say, man, any of y'all having any problems, man, that as a group we need to handle? Because we a group here, man. We a group of pimps, man. We holding down Hollywood, man. We ain't let no outside pimps from no states and cities come in here. They can come in here pimping, but ain't nobody taking over Sunset. This our motherfucking turf. We pimps, and we not gonna let no motherfucker come here and fuck with none of our bitches besides putting in some regular work. We ain't going for that shit. So if any of you niggas have problems, y'all know we gonna call this round table meeting and we gonna handle this shit. And we kept it like that. Man, we had to check different niggas at different times. One time they had these 3 niggas. Their name was Harvey and Paul. They up and down the street fucking with everybody's hoes, trying to take bitches' purses and, talking shit to bitches about other pimps and following bitches. A bitch can't even catch a trick because they follow a bitch. A bitch walk this way. They follow a bitch. Bitch walk that way. Bitch try to cross the street. See, now that right there, that's past putting in work. And you pimps know what I'm talking about. You already know that the purpose of you being on that track every night is to put protection on that hoe or them hoes that's paying you. You on that track to check these pimps that get out of line with they putting in work on a hoe, like driving all up on the sidewalk. A bitch crossing the street, they scared, stop in front of the bitch, scared the bitch to death. All that old punk ass, sucker ass shit. That's what you on that track to check pimps who do that. And pimping, do not be afraid to check pimping. Because everybody ain't down with the rules. Everybody don't play by the rules. And by you being on the track, which is your job, you can't pimp without being on the track. All that sending a hoe to the motherfucking track and sitting up in the motherfucking room, sipping on cognac and smoking a joint and waiting on the bitch to text you or something. That ain't how pimping go. Pimping don't never stop. You ain't never satisfied with what you got. There's always something bigger and better than what you got right now. Pimping is being on the track, watching for your hoe, trying to catch other hoes, mingling with pimps, checking pimps. I done said it in every game piece I done made, and I'm going to say it again. Before you anything else, you a motherfucking man. Some pimps is bullies. Some pimps is sharp, suave, shit-talking motherfuckers. That's what a real pimp is. But then you got these bully pimps. They might be a little bit bigger than the rest of the pimps. Most of those pimps, we little niggas. We kind of like little thin niggas. You understand what I'm saying? But they got a lot of these motherfuckers that try to come in the game, and they're a little bit bigger than anybody else, so they try to come in with that bully shit. They try to bring that bully shit into this pimping shit. And I'm telling you right now, motherfuckers better remember that before a pimp was anything, he probably was a motherfucking gangster, taking shit until he realized that he had the mind to ask for it and he can get it. Watch the pimps that you hang with. If they not progressive pimps that's about their money, with some smoothness and some class, well then them ain't the pimps that you need to be fucking with. Cause all them pimp niggas gonna do is get you a bad reputation. All them pimp niggas gonna do is gonna put you in a bad situation and you with them and you gonna get caught up in the mighty end of your life. I had a pimpin' ass partner named Sleepy. Man, Sleepy was a pimpin' ass nigga, man. Sleepy was about 3-4 deep, man. Having money, man. Pimping, man. But he hung with his other nigga, man. You know, dude had a loud mouth, man. Always liked to start arguments. I think this nigga I think he got off on arguing. This nigga loved to argue. He loved to squabble. He's one of them squabbling ass niggas. You know, always getting in little different fights and altercations. And I used to tell him, God dang, man. I was like, man, pimping is a non-contact sport, man. I said, you the only pimp I know, nigga. I said, you always in it with somebody, man. I'm like, damn, man. Pimpin', you need to really check yourself. And then here's nigga come. Tell you, what you mean you need to check myself, man? Man, who makes you think you authority, you know, on pimping? Nigga, I said, what makes me to be an authority on pimping, nigga, is because I got way more years in than you, nigga. I've been on the upscope, nigga, for the last 10 years. I got the same 5 white bitches, nigga, that I done had the last 5 years, nigga. I'm rolling that motherfucking 1935 Auburn sitting over there. Yeah, that pretty one. That burgundy and gray, that two-tone. That convertible over there. Yeah, 80,000, nigga. That's why I can speak on the pimping, nigga. Now, run me down your pedigree, nigga. What you got to show for the game? And I shut that nigga up. See, the game is about conversation, but some pimps that you be around, some can talk a little bit faster and can talk a little bit more shit than you. That don't make them a better pimp than you. That just make them niggas, you know, just have a faster conversation. They just be talking loud and saying nothing. So that don't make them no better pimp than you. Pimping, watch the niggas, watch the other pimps that you hang around. They can stunt your growth. You rolling in Cadillacs. You fresh in the game. You put in your 3, 4, 5 years. Okay, you ready to step up. The game is about advancing. The game is about steady moving up. So you shake that Cadillac. You step up to something foreign. But your partner that you are hanging with, he got Cadillac on the brain. He got Cadillac and motels and jewelry on the brain. And that's all he can see. Pimping is about growing. Pimping is a stepping stone to your greatness in life. You notice how to say in this life. I'm not talking about the pimping life. Pimping is a stepping stone to your greatness in life, in that big old world out there that we trying to conquer. That big old world out there that we trying to make ours. Let me take that word back, trying. I hate that word. We ain't trying to make the world ours. We gonna make the world be ours by using our head. The people you hang around have a lot to do with the character of man that you are. Why would a man, an entrepreneur, a thinking man, a man with wisdom, a man with knowledge, which is power, why would you hang around with a nigga that ain't on your level? And I know, whoa, man, I almost fucked that computer up. And I know, that shit look a little cloudy. I hope it's not looking cloudy to you guys. But fuck how the computer look. I know y'all can hear my voice. And that's what it's all about anyway. So what I'm saying is that just take this into consideration right here. We already pimps. We already the most hated motherfuckers in the world. That's already a given. Okay, we out in the club. We out in one of these fly motherfucking clubs. Bitches galore. But mostly people with money go to this club. So we walk in the club. We trying to move in a way to be recognized, but we ain't trying to move in a way to just bring the spotlight on us. So you fucking with this pimp. one of these loudmouth niggas, and he walk in, yeah, what's up? Da, da, da. Completely out of character for the situation that surrounds you. Now, if you hanging with pimps like this, every time y'all go to the club, or every time y'all go out somewhere, this nigga always winds up in a squabble, which puts you in the squabble. Because y'all, if you out here with him and y'all down together, you ain't gonna let nothing happen to him. Because whatever happened to him, you're gonna have to be involved because y'all out together. Right? When you with somebody, then you rolling with somebody, then you with him all the way. Something happened to him, it happened to you. So I'm saying that to say, you see the scenario, you see the little story, but that I'm painting, the picture that I'm painting for you. Pimping. If you're not hanging with a pimp whose mind is on winning, whose mind is on growing, whose mind is on staying 3 steps ahead of the next pimp and the next hoe that he fucking with, whose mind is planning for 3 years ahead of where he is now. If you hanging with a pimp and you can't kick growth with him, you can't kick ideas with him about winning and about progressing, man, why you hanging with that nigga? I know this pimping is a lonely game. And I know that, see, a female, she can vent to you. But where do a pimp go to vent at? Pimps be having all kind of pressure. Pressure from the hoes. Pressure from other pimps. Pressure from life period. Because life is pressure. But who do a pimp go vent to? Who do a pimp go talk to about his problems? If this pimp that you fucking with, if this man that you hanging with, if you're not secure enough to kick it with him about what's on your mind and what's on your heart, if you can't sit down and kick it with him and be sure that he ain't gonna go spread your business, or be sure that he ain't gonna go tell that hoe of his what you and him have discussed, I'm telling you, finding somebody like that to be by your side and to call your partner, that's going to be a job. And like I say, pimping is a lonely game. And we do want somebody to kick it with besides them hoes. And I say, again, the reason that pimping is a lonely game because there's so much treachery and larceny and sucker salt dropping ass motherfucking so-called pimps in this game, backstabbing motherfuckers. That's why a nigga pimping, in a nigga's mind, he got to have a stainless steel vest on that a knife can't penetrate, and he got to wear it on his back. Because pimps be throwing knives like a motherfucker. A lot of pimps keep that salt shaker in their motherfucking pocket, and they just be dropping salt everywhere. Them ain't the kind of pimps that you need to be hanging around, because pimps like that, they get their ass whooped. And if you with them, and you gonna go down with your partner, you calling him your partner, but is he your partner? That's what I'm saying. Pimping is a lonely game, and who do we vent to? That man in the mirror. That's who we vent to. If we don't have no partner to kick it with, who else we gonna trust? You sure can't tell your problems to that hoe. And in this pimping game, you can't even kick these problems in this game with your mama or your daddy. They don't know nothing about this game. Sure, they your parents. You can't discuss nothing with them. Your brother or your sister, they ain't gonna understand it. They probably don't like you being a pimp anyway. Pimping is a lonely game. And who do pimps vent to? We vent to our motherfucking self. We get in that mirror and we vent and we kick it with that man in that mirror. He's our biggest critic. He gonna tell us everything we need to know. Because as a pimp, first thing before a pimp, you're a man. And as men, we figure shit out. We are put in this position to show the world what a man with a mind can do. A man with a mind that uses it to the extent is a mean, bad, scary motherfucker to that outside world. You want to know why pimps are one of the most hated people in the world? Because men fear us. Females fear us. Why do females fear pimps? Because they live off emotions. And as pimps, we bring the emotions out of a female. And we show them how to control those emotions. Of course, we just can show them how to control all emotions, but we can help them put a lid on that shit. Because if you don't put a lid on a bitch's emotions, then you ain't gonna have no bitches but her. Every hoe you get, that bitch gonna try to run her off. She gonna say the wrong thing to her. She ain't gonna say the right things to her. She gonna be nasty to her. She gonna be mean to her. You know, bitches bond. I've told you that almost in every game piece. Bitches bond, and they bond quick. Man, anytime you can meet a motherfucker, man, and 15 minutes later, you going in the bathroom with him to go kick it. Bitches don't have no filter when it comes to another bitch. But as men, all we got is filters. All we do is keep our guards up against another man. Why? Because we have to. Because we all know that a motherfucking man is a doggish ass motherfucker. And you take that doggishness and put that into a pimp? Oh my gosh. Pimps bear watching. A nigga who you call your partner, you better watch before you call him your partner. Because whatever you kicking with him, that same motherfucker, sucker ass, so-called pimp nigga, probably out there kicking your business with them other pimps. You telling him your personal thought, that's a weakness. That's only to be shared by somebody who you can really trust. So you on that track, you fresh on the track, you fresh in the town, you don't know nobody, you want to kick it with pimps, you don't want to be out there on the track just not talking to nobody, so you start kicking it with pimps. It's okay. Don't be afraid of your own kind, but watch what come out your mouth. Watch what you say. Don't be one of these pimps that open your mouth and spill your brains, because that's going to cost you in this game. It's going to cost you that hoe, or it's going to cost you your reputation. Pimping is a lonely game. We need another man, another pimp to kick this game with. Finding that pimp to call your partner is going to be very hard, because there's so many larceny-hearted, non-game, super hungry motherfuckers that call themselves pimps in this life today. It's just way too much bullshit. I wouldn't step back into the life if they paid me to, because it's so fucked up. Now, I didn't say that I wouldn't pimp on a bitch, but I said stepping back into the life. I'm talking about on the track, mingling with the other pimps, kicking it. I do that now. And half the motherfuckers out there, half of y'all out there, y'all don't even want to kick it. You know why y'all don't want to kick it? Because the way pimping bringing his approach, the way pimping is showing himself as a real pimp. I'm talking about with the motherfucking gators or the suedes and the motherfucking slacks and the button up if it's hot out that night, and if it ain't, yeah, I'm suited and booted. I ain't got no motherfucking tie on. You know, that's only sometimes. But I'm suited and booted. I'm sharp as a motherfucker. I'm pimp sharp. I'm uniformed up. I done been out there on the track, Figueroa, Sunset, and a lot of you young pimps, y'all don't even want to kick it with pimping. Y'all see season pimping. Y'all don't act like you don't know who the fuck Shantae from Hollywood is. Every motherfucker in the country know if he a pimp. But that's okay, because I know a real pimp is a threat to you young motherfuckers. Fuck age. It ain't about the young motherfuckers. A real pimp is a threat to any non-pimping motherfucker. Watch who you hang with in this game. Watch who you confer with. Watch who you talk to. Watch who you tell your secrets to. If you ain't got but one pimp friend, then I commend you. The pimp's not game. The game nowadays is so fucked up. It's so ugly. Niggas ain't got no camaraderie. Niggas ain't got no loyalty. Niggas ain't got no inclination of how to enjoy the game with your peers. Man, me and my partner, man, we done gave parties, man, in the game, man. Steady giving parties, man. Steady giving parties. Free parties. Just you and your hoe, and come on, we gonna party. Because this is what pimps do. Pimps and hoes together. Pimps over here kicking game. Hoes over here kicking game. One big party. Pimps and hoes together. Camaraderie. Loyalty to the game and loyalty to each other. Sure, there's going to be snakes. There's going to be always going to be snakes. There's going to all be niggas that don't play by the rules. But that's okay. Because no matter how many of you motherfuckers out there don't play by the rules, you can't change the game. You can't change the game. I see y'all today trying to change the game, trying to make up your own rules. But all you pimps that's doing that, y'all going to fall by the wayside. You ain't going to make it to 5 years, and you probably ain't going to make it past 5 years. Because you average motherfuckers out there, 5 years, that's your limit. Because in them 5 years, if you ain't been really pimping, the game then beat your ass up. Males and females. It's done beat you up. It's about to spit you out because it ain't in you. It's just on you because you done seen everybody else doing it. But it ain't in you. You don't even know what to say to a bitch. Only reason you got to hold down because it's your girlfriend or your baby mama. But try to get past that. Young pimps always trying to say something about the OGs. Oh, man, you know that old motherfucker? Man, I'm 70. I've been pimping 27 years, maybe 28. And then I backed away from the game, opened up my tattoo shop, opened up one, then opened up another, then opened up another. 3 tattoo shops from the game. I stepped away from the game owning 2 houses. I stepped away from the game with about 80 racks. But that's from pimping. That's from staying true to the game. Man, I'm going to say it again. Getting 5 years in the game is hard if it ain't in you, if the game didn't choose you. If the game didn't choose you after 5 years, that luck, or all them books, or them little videos you done watch, all that shit then ran out after 5 years. So after 5 years, you on your wits. You on your pimping. Either you in it or you out of it. And if you out of it, that don't make you no bad guy. Because the game ain't made for everybody. And I'm telling you, pimping, you young pimps, quit hanging around a motherfucker that wasn't chosen for the game. Quit hanging around a motherfucker that ain't about this game. Because in the end, it's going to cost you. Just like it cost my partner Sleepy his life. I told him, I said, man, quit hanging with that nigga, man. I said, man, that nigga bad luck, man. Everywhere that nigga go, man, he get in an argument. We all on the